My name is Brad Wall. I'm Vice President of Broadcast Operations for the Disney ABC Television Group, based here in Burbank. Disney's primary expectations for me and my role really is to make sure that our cable properties, which is Disney Channel, Disney Junior, Disney XD, and ABC Family, which is becoming freeform, are on the air 24/7, 365.
Well, we're running a client-facing creative services organization operation. So we're supporting a 24 by 7 broadcast operations. Well, we're a finite internal resource, so we have a lot of clients that utilize our department. So, being equitable and providing services to the entire organization that we service is a pressure that we have.
All three of my teams, which is the broadcast traffic team, the creative services organization, and then the network operations team, are all running at peak capacity, and that we're supporting the networks and basically keeping billions of dollars on the air.
Well, an important one for us is the timeliness of the contact that we get from the vendors. A product or service might be of interest to us, and the outreach from the vendor might be favorable and desirable. But if the time is not right and not advantageous, then we'd be probably less likely to accept the outreach.
I can't remember the last time that I had a cold call come to my phone that I answered that ended up in any sale. I have people hit me up on email on LinkedIn, they hit me up directly over email, and I get thousands of emails a day. When I come in the morning from 10 p.m. until 6 a.m., 7 a.m., that's when I tend to get a lot of cold call emails from vendors or suppliers or folks. And I'm wondering, how did I get on their list? I signed up at a conference or something like that, and so now I'm on their list. 99% of those emails I can tell are blanket email, cold call emails, and I just delete, 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 delete. I don't even look at them.
Hopefully they've researched, who we are, what we do, and made at least some inroads into finding out what our initiatives and projects are.
We need to find people and we need to find companies that can partner with us to solve our problems and to help get us traction and trajectory towards the future. When things aren't going well, or there are challenges, or there are needs that aren't being met on both sides, you can sit down and you can have that discussion. Getting in from a job perspective, and then getting in from a sales perspective, it's networking. It's who you know, not what you know. Sometimes
We totally expect a vendor to be well versed in their products, to know them inside out. If we have in-depth questions, if we bring engineers, we expect to be able to get those answers. Some meetings are easy, some are not. Likewise, we would expect our vendors to know our properties, but really important thing is to know the initiatives and the projects within that. Some of the things we do may seem to be so far removed from the end product, but really they're not, and they're part of the mechanism that creates those products. And when we have vendors that reach out to us and are aware of these and well versed and frame these meetings or calls or what have you around these initiatives and projects, we feel that's valuable, and collectively we say that, okay, this is time well spent.
I think there's a big difference. I think that soft approach, that hey, let's get to know each other. What do you do? What are your problems? What are you facing? I think are really important questions very early on in that relationship.
A high pressure sales tactic is not something that's going to work.
I think the expectations are, similar to a first date. Let's get to know each other. And so if I have somebody come in, whether it's at a trade show or it's at a vendor meeting, and all they're doing is talking about Star Wars, or they're talking about Scandal or this, that, and the other, immediately I start having red flags, because to me, they're not understanding what my role and what my team's role is inside of this large organization. This person wants to talk about the sexy side of our business and not necessarily the deep weeds of what me and my team do and what our problems are. That's not going to help the relationship. It actually may hurt the relationship.
Actionable next steps would be really good. Flexibility in this context to me means that the vendor is open to time flexibility. Now, obviously, some relationships are newer, and you're not going to have something tangible that comes out of every meeting. And we have vendors like that where the relationship is new and we're sort of talking, pie in the sky type of stuff. So you're not going to walk away every time, but it sure would be nice.